It is still morning here, perfect time, some minutes after 11 a.m. in the morning where I'm living. So this morning I came out for us to speak about what happened in faraway Australia. I told you guys, yesterday I said we are going to discuss about it. Now we are here. You know, when things happens, you learn from it. So, man, as you join me, like and share the program. What's going on? Nobody has joined me on YouTube. What is going on? Are my people still sleeping? Nobody has joined on YouTube. Nobody has joined. Okay, one person has joined on YouTube. And then how many people on Facebook? Man, come on, guys. Come join me. Okay, somebody. Awakers from United Kingdom. From United Kingdom. This is going to be an interesting program this morning. The program will be an interesting one. So like and share the program as you join me. Like and share. I was supposed to run this program yesterday, but man, I was so tired. You know, sometimes, I get tired, That motivation will not be there. Yesterday, I was not fully motivated, It has to do with feelings, motivation, I was so and this weather is not even helping matters. The weather is so cold. When you don't go outside, man, I bought new toothpaste. There is a folio, we call it folio. Something aluminum they use to cover the, when you buy a new toothpaste, that thing they use, that aluminum they use to cover the mouth, they are using to cover the mouth. Now it removed to pull. It removed to move out. When I used my teeth and scissors and everything, I pulled it out. Maybe the remnants are in my mouth. So guys, welcome to my morning show. Share this program. This is going to be an interesting program this morning. Everybody should join me. Let's learn. We are here to talk about what happened at Bondi Beach, Sydney, Australia. That's why we came out to talk. We talk about everything. Here. Professor Sharma, watching from Kenya, Republic of Kenya. That's a nice one, Republic of Kenya. Yesterday, I was so tired, man. I promised to come live yesterday, but I was so tired, I wasn't motivated. The weather so cold and dull. I didn't eat my choice food. When you don't eat your choice food, you become depressed. When you don't eat what you want, you become depressed. Igadi. But today I seem to be in the mood to talk. That's the mood is there somehow. Obaide. See, you guys need to, encourage me by liking and sharing. Why am I having a hard time? I'm not having a hard time. The thing is, here you cannot eat your choice food. Do you understand me? Sylvester Obianka, I see you. Here you don't eat. See, you may have money, but you cannot buy what you want. You buy what is available. You go to the supermarket, you buy your Igbo food. Do you understand what I mean? Bread, milk, all this kind of European food. Okay, more time, it is cold in USA. The cold here now, I don't go out. Now the kind of cold here now. The kind, now there is no money. There is no money abroad here. Don't allow anybody deceive you. You can. How much do you have? How much do you get in a month to go to restaurants? People suffer depression. You see somebody, Geraldine who say he's suffering the depression here. You understand me? People are suffering depression here. Uber Eats, that is for people who have money. People who have money can order it. So guys, share this program. If you are seeing me for the first time, don't forget to like and share. This morning we came out. We came out to discuss about that Bondi Beach incident. We came out to discuss Bondi Beach incident. Bondi Beach massacre. That's what we came out to discuss. Do you understand me? So guys, now how many? We've not even reached. Man, why do you say red flag? What is red flag? Anything that happens here, we must discuss it. You understand me? Anything that happens, we must talk about it. Don't come here and talk anyhow. Hence, it happened. We are here to discuss why did it happen? Why, what led to that? And so many other things. That's why we are here. Is this supposed to happen in the first place? Do you understand what I mean? Was that supposed to happen? Are human beings supposed to die? That's why we are here. Do you understand me? So don't tell me what to talk about here. Listen attentively. You say I have so many clothes. These clothes I bought when I was still working. I have many in my cellar, basement. One day I need to go and bring my clothes, my shoes that are there. But to offload the whole things, you know, to put the things out is another thing. Now, share this here for us to get to, let's get to 100 viewers, then we start. What is going on is like people are sleeping or what? Somebody is asking me, am I Nigerian? I am from Austria. My favorite food is fufu. Fufu, onubu soup with okporoko and mangala. Taiwo Olowe, Merry Christmas to you in advance. I see you. Queenie, God's last, see my sister, God's last born. This my sister has been following my page for years. God's last born. I appreciate you so much. You see how she announced her presence, her arrival with gun salute. She has been following my page. These are people I started my page with. This God's last born. For years I've been seeing her here. She doesn't go, she goes nowhere. Everybody will be invited. Listen, I will bring everybody in. Don't be in a rush. Don't be in a rush. I will bring people in after my broadcast. Then you come and say your mind. I just came out now. But before I go further, I respect my core fans, people that have been following my page for ages. Many people, there are people I started this. Mohammed Zakaria, thank you so much. I wish you well. So we're here to discuss the Bondi Beach massacre. And this program is going to be unbiased. This program is going to be an unbiased program. Don't forget, I am a non-religious man. I have no religion, but I say it the way it is. I see you, Queenie. Now, Queenie, the Empress. I see you. I appreciate everybody. You see, when you join my page, when you are part of this page, if you are watching, sometimes you make a comment. It's only when you make a comment I know that you are here. Uto Seri, Merry Christmas to you. I appreciate you. It's only when you make a comment. Queeness, original. Now, when you make a comment, that's when I notice your name. And you will be well, you know, I will accord you the respect you deserve. That's it. So guys, you're welcome. Let's start now. Others can join later. Last Sunday, we woke up to hear what happened in Sydney, Australia. You know, I saw news flying on social media about a father and a son who went to where Jewish people were having festival in a beach. The name of the beach is Bondi Beach in Sydney, Australia. This man and his son, this man was 50 years old and the son is 24 years old. This man and the son went to a beach where Jewish people were having festival and opened fire on anybody they saw. Gerardinho said he has been to that beach. He said he has been to that. I saw Gerardinho, you live in Australia, I never knew. Good to know now. So you are living in Australia. Now listen. Ligo watching from Lusaka, Zambia, I see you. Now listen. The man who went to shoot at people at the beach was a Pakistani man and his son. The Pakistani man, an immigrant, he immigrated to Australia in 1998 as a student. He traveled to Australia as a student in 1998. Listen attentively. Then in 2001 or thereabout, either 2001, he begat this son. This is son now. I don't know their names, but I know the story. I've been following the story. Now, before I go further, listen. I am a father of 5 children. Listen attentively. I am a father of 5 children. 3 boys, 2 girls. And I'm a grandfather too. I forgot to tell you that. I am a grandfather. Now, all my boys are above 18 years. In fact, my first son is about to get to, my first son now is close to, next year he will be 25 years. My first son will be 25 years soon. My second son, 22 years. And my last born, my just turned 18. Now listen. Here in Austria, it is compulsory for boys to go to Bundeswehr, military, when you get to 18 years. Hold on. It is compulsory for boys to go to military when you get to 18 years. Now, if you choose not to go, if you do not want to go to military, you go do civil dienst. That is, you go work at the hospital or some other thing. If you don't want to go, you must not do that is, you can choose to, but you need to serve the country for 11 months or 12 months. Now, I was called to go serve the military, but because of my high blood pressure, when I went there, my high blood pressure was so high. So the doctors looked, when they checked my high blood, they need to check your health condition, your health status. And if you are qualified, if you are healthy, you join the military. If you are not healthy, during my time, when they checked my blood pressure, it was too high. They said, no, I cannot serve in the military. So they allowed me. Now, my children, my boys, as they turned 18, they received letter from the military. When they said they should come. All of them, I told them not to go. All of them. I told all my children, my boys, I said, don't go to the military. You have no need to go to war. You have no need to go to earn a gun. Do you understand what I mean? My first son served by working at the hospital. My second son worked, Samaritan Bond, Red Cross. My second son served, and my third son now is about to go. He's not going to the military. Now, listen, I don't want them to learn how to handle a gun. They don't need it. And they listen to me. I don't want them to learn how to handle a gun. There is something you should know. When you have a gun at home, that presence of that gun, that you have a gun, will be pushing you. Gun has a spirit. There is a spirit in that gun. That is why sometimes you see some people that own a gun. Sometimes you hear, because one day you might be tempted to use it. I remember growing up, there were some, listen attentively, growing up, I had some elders then in Africa. They owned double barrel. Sometimes in the evening, they come out, either they start shooting at palm leaves, or they start shooting birds. Sometimes some will come out and be shooting in the air. That is the Spirit of God. That spirit, that is why you see some people that own gun, and every now and then, before you know it, they have shot at somebody. Are you getting the point? Now, I did not allow my sons to join the military, to serve in the military. I have my reasons. And every day, when we talk on telephone or I meet them, I tell them, boy, avoid problems. Even when people are looking for your trouble, if you see problem on the way, avoid problems. Now, help me share this program. There are so many things to learn here. Help me share the program. Give me 1 second. So I'm back. Now if you see code. So, each day that I meet my boys, I tell them, even when people look for your problem, avoid fight. And till now, they have not involved themselves. They have not gotten into trouble. My first son will be 25 years now. Older than this boy that went to the beach to shoot at human beings in Sydney, in Bondi Beach. My son is older than him. Do you understand me? Now, before I go further, I want to share a story with you guys. That man you see, that Pakistani man, or did they say Indian man, that Pakistani man that led this, that man is a bad father, a bad influence. He does not love his wife. He does not love his shop. He did not love his wife. He did not love that his son. Listen attentively. There are so many things to learn in this program. You see that man. How can a man radicalize his own son? If he wants to die, let him go and die alone. Why radicalize, brainwash his son to go commit atrocity in the name of what? Religion or politics? I told you guys, he did not love his son. He's late now, but let's go. Many years ago, when I was still driving taxi, before we talk, let me share a story with you guys. Many years ago, when I was still driving taxi, there was one taxi driver. We got along very well. This taxi driver originally was from Turkey, but the parents migrated to Bulgaria many years ago. So they are now Bulgarians, but originally from Turkey. That was what the man told me. So he was then, I don't know if he is a Bulgarian citizen with the son. And the son was born here in this city. The boy was, the son, the only son he has, pardon me. So now this man, the boy, was playing tough, like fighting, doing things like that. He wanted to play a tough ball. One day, the guy got into a fight with another boy. That man told me this story. I never knew. One day, the son got into a fight. See, you that is watching me now, listen attentively. As a father, teach your children to avoid problems. Fight. Fight does not make you a man or strong. I will tell you what being strong is in this program. Fighting, violence does not make you a man. Let's go. So this Turkish man who was a taxi colleague, the son engaged another person, fought somebody, another guy, another boy of his age. Guess what? You don't know who is healthy and who is not. This is why sometimes I avoid problems too. But that is, I'm not telling you that I'm a coward, but sometimes I have to avoid problems because sometimes a lot of people are sick. Now listen, this Bulgarian man's son went into a fight with another boy. Guess what? He unalived that boy. During struggle, the guy died. As they were hitting, the boy he was fighting died. Hold on. As the boy, the person he was fighting with died, police came. Police arrested the guy. And he was sentenced to life imprisonment. The only son of the father. In this case, according to whether the boy was wrong or right, he is serving life imprisonment now. The father, because the father was a friend, we discussed a lot when I was still driving taxi. All the money the father made, all the money the father was making in taxi driving, taxi business, he was hiring lawyer to see if he can bring the boy for many years. More than 20 years, 25 years, the boy has been in prison. As at the time, the man told me this story, the son has spent like 18 years imprisonment. He has served 18 years already. The man said both he and his wife are working. They are paying lawyers to see if they can bring him out, but there's no way. He unalived somebody. His son, the only son, is in prison now for fighting. And that is how his life ruined. Are you getting the story now? This is why you as a parent, your role is to make sure that your children does not get into trouble. Yes. When two are fighting, if you unalive anybody, even if your opponent was the person that looked for your trouble, if you unalive him, you go in for it. Let's continue. So now listen, this Pakistani man who went with his son to go shoot at these Jewish people, a 50-year-old man with a wife. They said the man was a fruit seller. He owned a shop where he sold fruit. You can imagine this is where religion comes in. I read about people, the mosque where the boy attended, and how the boy was radicalized. A 24-year-old boy. You see, this is the problem I have with religion. Don't get me wrong. Religion that will any religion that will brainwash someone to go commit that kind of heinous act is evil. Any religion that will brainwash you to go and kill somebody, listen attentive, any religion that will brainwash you to go and unalive anybody. You see, this is the problem I have with all this mosque where they radicalize children should be closed. All these imams, what are they calling them that even radicalize children? Now listen, my name is Rodi. I'm saying it. Because if you come here to argue me, these guys that are taking, okay, now listen. According to the information, the news online, they said these guys are they are affiliated to ISS, what Islamic State of whatever. The man and the son. How can you allow your son to go the wrong way in the name of religion? That is no love. That is no love. If you want to die as a parent, go and die yourself. Die yourself. This is your destiny. Don't involve your children. Don't rope your children in. Let me go further. You see, I've been talking about, let me say it now. I've been talking about how the West welcomed these immigrants. I'm saying it. You see how the West welcomed these immigrants to their society, to their countries. This is exactly what will be happening to them. Listen attentively. My name is Rodi. You see what I've been saying it before this thing happened. The enemies are people that have a different. Listen attentively. My name is Rodi. I'm not telling you that every Muslim believer is evil. Don't get me wrong. But listen attentively. How can you allow some of them that came to the West have already been radicalized? See what is happening in Germany, in Belgium, even most European countries where they are holding Christmas markets. You see them come there with Syrian flags and this and began to shout Allah, Allah Kuba. Anywhere there is Christmas markets, in Germany, in Belgium, in the West, even in USA now, they are not respecting the law of the land, the values of the country they are in. They came here with their own ideology, their own way of life, and they are at the same time destabilizing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, but majority of them. When I read comments, and the comments I read, you know, that's Bondi shooting, the comments. There are people living in Australia who are praising these criminals. There are people who are hailing the boy and the father for committing heinous a crime, to tell you the mindset of some of these people. Do you understand what I mean? So, this is what, now listen, I have the videos here, all the videos of what's happened. Let's look at the other side of the coin. How can a human being, before I go further, how can a human being, maybe what is happening in Israel, what is happening in Israel, between Israel and Hamas, or is it not Hamas, or between Israel and Iran? You carry it and come abroad. What is happening? You imported what is happening in the Middle East to Europe. Now let's go further. Listen attentively. The thing is, these people, these two men, this father and son that went to unalive these innocent people, these Jewish people, did these Jewish people do them any wrong? There were men, women, and children. Some of these people, they unalived and they wounded, may not have anything to do with politics. People who are living their lives, listen attentively. Some of these people they shot at are living in Australia, living in other countries, may not have anything to do with politics or whatever. You don't just pick gun and go and begin to shoot at human beings that did you nothing. This is madness. In the name of what? If you call yourself, listen attentively, no matter what your beliefs are, you have no reason that, this is social media. Now use your brain. I cannot just pick up a gun because of something that is happening in Africa, maybe politics. I go begin to shoot at innocent people. What people that did me no wrong, people who are living their lives. There could be pregnant women, children that are going to school, elderly people who have nothing to do with politics. Sometimes when you do things, now there are people who don't even involve themselves in religion. There are non-religious people there. Yes, there are people who don't even, I know people who, for instance now, Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't involve themselves in politics. There are people who don't involve themselves in politics. You understand what I mean? So when you go, you want to express your grievances, your dissatisfaction with what is happening in the Middle East. What has it got to do with human beings that did you no wrong? Why shoot at people that did you no wrong? I'm asking you, does it make any sense? Now, you cannot use the life of human beings to settle scores. Do you understand what I mean? You cannot use human beings as collateral, the life of people, to settle scores, to express your annoyance. You cannot do it. So, I watched the video. I saw this young boy. A boy of 24 years, shooting at aiming and shooting. I saw the video. A boy of 24 years. Man, I cannot imagine my own son, who is 25 now, almost 25, to involve in this. Man, I will be ashamed of myself as a father. I will be ashamed of myself. I will ask myself questions. There are things my children will do. Now, I will blame myself for bad parenting, for not being a father, for not protecting them. I just imagine a father and a son went on a killing spree. A father and a son. Man, this is abomination. That's an abomination. This is a father and son carried, what is it? Beretta. You know that gun? That rifle, Beretta. Now this is unspeakable. Father and son. In the name of which religion? In the name of which Allah? In the name of which ideology? Any religion that will push you, that incites violence, is not a true religion, no matter how you say it. Any religion that will push you to kill a human being, I keep saying it here, it's an evil religion. And when it comes to politics, if politics involves shedding human blood, that is not politics anymore. If politics involves killing fellow human beings, it's no longer, it is evil. Let's go further. As the 50-year-old man, that Pakistani, as he was busy shooting at Jewish people that were holding festivals, another man from Syria, another Muslim believer, listen to this attentively. Another man, a Muslim believer too, another Muslim believer, I saw the man hid behind the car. As the man was busy, even the 50-year-old man is kaput. Couldn't even stand. Maybe he was drugged. Now, another Syrian man hid behind the car, monitored him. Then as he concentrated on shooting at people, this man went behind him, grabbed him on the neck, and wrestled the rifle out from him. Another Muslim, that man is a hero now. They have contributed over $2 million for that man. He's in the hospital. Of which, if not for that, another, you see, this is why I keep telling you, in every religion, there are good and bad people. This father and son went to kill the Jews based on their hate for the Jews. Another Muslim believer from Syria went to stop him. Said you cannot kill human being because of your hate for them. You see, listen attentively. I keep saying it here. In every race, in every tribe, there are good and bad people. What does that tell you? There are also good Muslims too. For that man to sacrifice, now if you watch the video, that man took risk. That man from Syria, he took risk. Because that thing, although he was shot at, that thing he did was heroic. Man, that was too much risk. The time he was approaching that 50-year-old man, that killer, if that man had turned back, or if he had seen him, his life would be over. But that 50-year-old man was concentrated, the hate. Now, did you watch the video? Did you see that 24 years, the hate in him? The way he was shooting at these people, if you see the hate, the rage. Listen attentively. You see all these mosques you have everywhere. European governments should monitor what they preach at this mosque. Europeans should monitor what they are preaching at this mosque. And any imam or whatever that preaches hate or violence should be imprisoned, put to jail, or deported to his home country. That is not religion. Your religion should not teach you violence, should not teach you hate. Your religion should not teach. Now listen attentively. Even this father and son, what was on their mind when they went for this? Did they think they were going to where? Now listen. That man, that father, what is the name, self? That man hates his wife, hates his son. Listen at it. That man that went to do this. Now listen attentively. There are things I can never do because I have reasons to live. When I remember that if I commit a crime or do some certain things, my wife will be left alone. My children will have no father. I will shield. This is love. I don't want my children to be fatherless. That's why sometimes you've got to think very well before you carry out any action. That man never loved that woman he called wife. Does not love his son. Now let's go further. What did they think will happen to them after that massacre? Were they thinking they would escape? Now, there was no way. That was just foolishness, stupidity. Because there was no way they were going to escape. And they should know that that thing will lead to their death. How were they ever going to escape? Even if they had escaped that sin, they wouldn't leave Australia. This father and son ruined their lives, and they ruined other people's lives. Caused pains to people, families, in the name of what? Religion or their beliefs. In the name of their religious beliefs. I told you guys, listen. I continue to say it. I say religion is one of the problems we have in this life. I keep saying it. Religion is one of the biggest problems we have. It's divided humanity. And if you are a Muslim believer, and in your Quran, if it was written that you should unalive non-believers, infidels, then you better think twice. There is no religion that will teach you to hate non-believers. Any religion that teaches you hate is not a true religion. To hate people who don't believe in what you believe. Any religion that teaches you to hate people who don't share the same opinion with you when it comes to, or who don't believe in your religious doctrines. Think it twice. Think it twice. How can religion tell you to fight people who don't believe in what you believe? To destroy them? You need to better rewrite, if I've never read Quran, if it was written in Quran to fight people who don't believe in what you believe, they better rewrite that Quran. It does not represent good. It's not a good, how do I say it? I don't know how to put it. Religion should teach love, peaceful coexistence. Love your neighbor as yourself. And there is no how you can tell me to unalive a human being and I will go to heaven and have 72 virgins. The God you are fighting for, the Allah you are fighting for, is the Allah incapable of fighting for himself? Is Allah incapable of fighting for himself? Where is the Allah? Show me where the Allah is that you should kill human beings in the name of Allah, in the name of religion. Now think, we are living in 21st century. Guys, as you watch me, you go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my YouTube page. Well, I've made my mind known. I always say here, listen, for those of you who like to argue with me, I keep saying here, you shouldn't kill any human. I need to talk it. You have no reason to kill anybody in the name of religion. I keep saying it here. You have no reason. Which religion are you talking about? Which religion? Religion that was created by human beings. Which Allah are you fighting for? Which God are you fighting for? Which God commanded you to go and kill in his name? Which Allah commanded you to go and kill in his name? If Allah or God should tell you to kill a fellow human being in his name, that Allah is not a good, it's a bad one. If God should tell you to go and kill a human being in his name, that God is not a good God, it's an evil God. Any Allah that supports violence is an evil Allah. Did you hear me? And any Allah that supports you to kill a human being is an evil Allah. It's not, it's evil Allah. You cannot be fighting for Allah you did not see. What is belief? You cannot be fighting for God or Allah you did not see. Show me where the Allah is. Where is Allah's location? Where is God's location? Show me. A fiction, a myth. Something you cannot prove. Because of that, you are unaliving fellow human beings. Because of something you cannot prove, you are belief. You are killing fellow human beings in the name of what you believe. Allah, you can show me. Because of your belief, 16 people lost their lives in Bondi Beach, Australia, because of your belief. Which Allah? See, I know European leaders are watching me. And see, there is something about churches, let me say it. Christianity does not preach violence. Churches, though I have my problems with pastors, you cannot go to any church and they preach violence. Churches don't radicalize their followers. Churches do not radicalize their followers. All these Islamic clerics need to know why is it. Listen, why is it? I'm not listening attentively. Listen attentively. Why is it if you go to Nigeria, the same Muslim people are the ones that are carrying? If you go to every part of the world, the same Muslim people are carrying out the same kind of violence in the name of religion. The elders of this religion should do something, or are they in support of this kind of violence? How come every time the same people, the same religious group carries out, don't come to tell me anything, carries out this kind of action? How come? What is written in that Quran that makes them to carry out this kind, to kill innocent people? What is written in that Quran? this religion of peace? Is that how religion of peace should be? That you pick up arms to kill people who don't believe in your own ideology? Now look at most Muslim countries. They are not peaceful. Look at most, and your region is not peaceful. Look at the whole Middle East. They are not peaceful. And you want to carry it to a European country, to the Western world. You don't want us to be safe. You don't, the same mentality. The same mentality. All the things that made your countries unstable, you want to import it to the Western world. You don't do it. I've lived in Europe all my life. I've never had any reason to be afraid of terror attacks. But this time around, with the way things are going, people are scared. Everywhere you go, you cause problem, you cause mayhem. Everywhere you go, is it not about time you gather yourselves together and reform your religion? Is it not? It's about time you gather yourselves together and that is anything you do in the name of religion. If you keep committing acts of terrorism in the name of religion. Well, I've said my mind. This is my mind. You know why I came out this morning? I have always said it. You have no reason to kill anybody. I'm saying it openly in the name of religion or your belief. Anything you believe it in yourself. Don't force it on anybody. Anything you believe it in yourself. Don't force it on anybody. Now, 16 people, women, men, children, pensioners, people that have nothing to do with your religion, politics, you went there to shoot at them, to kill them. For who? For Allah. Quishala. Quishala. Well, if you have any opinion now, you can make a request. I bring you, say your mind. You can make a request. Let me bring you in. Say your mind. I've been saying it. I've always said that human beings created religion. I've been saying it. I have been saying here, I said, don't you ever kill anybody in the name of your religion. It's all bullshit. I say it every day here. Show me the Allah or the God. You see, all of you are silent now. You see that Syrian man. That Syrian man that restored that rifle out of that terrorist, out of that man. He is the person that is a true religious person. He's godly. That man that risked his life to save lives. This is what I call, this is humanity. That is religion. Are you listening to me? You see that if you watch that video, that man that risked his life, that Syrian man, that guy, that is the man that, yes, that is the true godly person, upright person. That he's a savior. That man is a savior. These are the people I respect. Let me tell you. You see that man That man that wrestled that gun out of that terrorist. It was the human in him, not the religion. The human, the godliness, the love he has for humanity. Do you understand me? That is the human, the love he has. He said, you cannot kill human beings like this. He risked his life. He's not carrying the Bible or the Quran. While the police were thinking of what to do, that man couldn't stand it. He went to save humanity, save lives. He went to save lives. That is what I call religion. It's not carrying the Bible or the Quran and be living fake lives. And live fake lives. Somebody, there is nothing like hellfire. Wake up. There is nothing like hellfire. Hellfire does not exist. Hellfire doesn't exist. This was just a myth. It doesn't exist. That guy, that Syrian guy, listen. I do not know, but let's be watching. Now, heaven and what exists is spirituality. Yes, that's what exists. The people that wrote the Bible, that was their own concept. The people that wrote Quran, where did God sit them down to tell them what to write? God is not physical. Allah is not physical. Where did God sit them down? It never happened. Exactly, to keep them in check. Listen attentively. Things like that, there is nothing like hell or heaven. Well, guys, I came out this morning to say my mind. Whatever you believe, use that your belief to the benefit. Use it in a way that it will benefit humanity. Use that your belief, whatever you believe in, use it in a way that it will benefit humanity. I don't care what you believe in. I don't want to be afraid of you because you are a Christian, you are a Muslim, you are a this, you are a atheist, whatever you are. That Syrian man is what I call a true godly man, an upright man. No, I'm not telling you lie. Even me, self, I may do something like that, but that man has heart. That man has heart. And that is what I call humanity. When you see your fellow human beings in danger, if you can, go and rescue them. That is what religion means to me. If you see a human being in problem, irrespective of the tribe or religion, go and help. That is what religion means to me. Religion does not mean you carrying Quran and wearing your gun and be disturbing the streets, disturbing the country in the name of your religion, covering yourself up while your heart is evil. Your attire doesn't make you a godly person. You may put on, cover the whole of your body, but deep down your heart, you are evil. Imagine this father and son that call themselves Muslim believers. Look at their hearts. You call yourself a Muslim believer and you have the heart to go kill people. And you say you are a Muslim believer. If they were, they did not kill that boy. The police, they only killed the father. Only the father was shot at, but the boy is alive. He's receiving treatment in a hospital. He will tell why. You call yourself a Muslim believer, and your heart is evil. You are full of hate. Which Allah self are you talking to? Are you praying to? And such people, if they see me where I am running a program, they will come and tell you, Muslim this, Muslim that, this. You come and tell me this. I keep saying it. Put religion aside and see me for who I am. The content of character. Forget Christianity, Islam. When it has to do how someone behaves towards you, shows who the person is, not the religion. The way somebody relates to you, the person's uprightness, open-mindedness, genuinity, how somebody is to you is what matters, not the religion. Go to Nigeria, you will see terrorists. They'll be shouting Allah, Allah Akbar, and they are killing people. You are shouting God is great, and you are unaliving God's creatures. That is the human beings that the God you are calling on. You are killing his children. You see hypocrisy. You are calling on God, and you are killing his children. You are calling God Allah, Allah Akbar, and you are carrying gun and killing children, killing people. Well, guys, I want to bring this program to an end. The best religion is you being at peace with your neighbors and loving your neighbor as yourself. Man, I've dropped my message. Lifted, how are you doing?
Sir, I just want quickly, I was not with you people all the time, but I heard lastly what you said. It's what their religion. Our religion said we should not do this or that. Allah said to them that if you do this, you will make the kingdom in the Allah's place. You understand what I'm saying?
No, you mean just say it in a way that I will understand very well. People are listening to
what
you.
I'm saying is that what they are doing is according to their Quran. Do you understand? Like example, what I learned later, he said when you see somebody wants to come and kill you, the Allah said you should go and kill the person first. They suppose killing. Do you understand? So that's why. But I know what you. But if you are saying now that it's not a good religion, but it's what their Allah is telling them to do. That is their own religion. Thank you, sir.
I see you. I hear you. Well, I'm not here to tell you that the man that went to wrestle that gun out of that terrorist is a Muslim believer too. Don't get me wrong. That man is a Muslim believer. He risked his life. You understand me? So, let's hear from you.
Ogala Lord Afana.
Okay, let's hear from you.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good man. Oga, I swear to God, you are a very brave man.
Thank you.
Personally, me as an ex-M, which is the one you are just what you were talking about, I have no dare to just talk like you because I'm sorry, this is the reality. The most toxic religion on earth is the M1. You just mentioned it on your live stream. I mean, it's a human-made. That religion is human-made. And we know how it comes from, where it comes from. One person created it. And so the person, he carried two names by M and A. His real name, which is he was claiming that he's a messenger of Allah, but meantime he's both of them. In fact, he is Allah and Muhammad. But I tell you what, unfortunately, we live in a really toxic what's it called? Now, I mean, we living in a toxic moment that, I mean, analyzing people. It's in the scripture. It's in the Bible. It's in the book. It's all written in a book. But those who doesn't understand, thankfully, who is no jihadis or Muslim fundamentals, they are just simply like one of us, like you and I. But whoever is those Muslim who is reading Quran and Hadith properly, and they believe these came from above them, they definitely will believe in jihad and unaliving people. Yes, unfortunately.
But that is
But
wrong. That is how can your holy book teach you to unalive people, to kill people? That is not any book that teaches you to kill a human being is evil. It cannot be. You cannot say a religion, a book that teaches you to kill a human being. No, I don't. And why shouldn't we speak about it? We should speak about. There is no reason. Any religion should not teach you violence.
Reform. That religion has to be reformed from A to Z. And remember, for almost 1500 years, that religion is survived. Why? Because they are protecting it with a violation. That's why it still survive. Otherwise, it would be the minority. I promise you.
They are protecting it with violence.
Yeah, of course. Because what happened is, any Muslim who live Islam, if they get arrested, if he or she get caught, the consequences would be unalive straight away, because they left their religion, isn't it? So that's why, if you see an ex-Muslim, they always keep quiet and they keep anonymous. They always hide themselves. They cannot say nothing, because the chance of unaliving is more. It's more closer to you guys. But Olga, I tell you what. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to warn you. Just be careful. I now, as a human being, I love you so much. You're a good guy. You are straightforward, and now you are telling everything from deep of your heart, yeah. But anyway, just I don't know how to explain. This religion, unfortunately, you see where we come from. There is no peace. There is no peace, mate. It's all about unaliving people, running away from their country, which is, which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The one where the most majority Muslims country. We are leaving this country, those country, because of poverty. It's not poverty. It's all them countries are rich. But what happened is, religion and politics, they are combined, and then they do everything. I mean, they stealing, unaliving, making our life toxic. So we are leaving third world country because of this toxic religion. And of course, who create toxic religion? Human. They are all. They are all connected. All connected. Those people. Imagine they come in here. Those Mumu people. They start carry on with preaching their religion. Bro, just think. Read your book properly, and then come and preach your religion. Spread your religion. But the problem is they don't understand. They never read that book. They just speak out like a parrot. They've been taught from the family, from the mullahs and that. They got taught, and then they are coming to, when they arrive to Europe, they keep carry on talking about their religion, but their religion is it's just a toxic religion, unfortunately. All I can say, we humans, well, not them. I mean, the non-Muslims, we can make a reform, or just, I don't know, do something and get rid of that toxic religion. Just at least they need to they need to civilize, like how is Christianity also. It used to be in medieval age time. It used to be a toxic religion, but they all changed. They have reformed themselves, which is, I appreciate that. So all we need, Islam need a proper reform. Thank you very much for allowing me talk freely, Oga.
Thank you. I see you. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, somebody said you are wanting me to talk what? So you prefer you keep quiet. Look at how 16 people lost their lives in Bondi Beach now. And so everybody should be scared. You don't talk about it. So as you prefer, this is why the world is the way it is. So you are saying, okay, everybody need to be coward. So this is the problem. When you see the truth, you don't want to speak the truth. You understand me? When you see the truth, you don't want to speak because of fear. Everybody will die one day. You are scared of your life. So let them continue. This is the problem with the black man. You want to be eating fufu and eating chicken, and things will be going wrong. You are afraid to speak up. Do you understand what I mean? That's how you open there. They take over your villages, they take over your countries, and you say you are afraid, you run. You ran away from Africa, you came here again, they came here with you and they are taking over, they are oppressing you in the foreign land. You said now you are afraid. You cannot speak. You cannot call a spade a spade. Now let's hear from the next, call the people a spade. Call a spade a spade. Let's hear from you. Or the Kibbs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Uncle.
Okay.
Okay, now you see the damage that religion has caused. We cannot speak up. Why? Because we live in fear. We are worried. We know after speaking up, maybe we're gonna die. Religion, all religions, I cannot come here to praise one religion and demonize the other religion. I know all religions are man-made.
Thank you.
God has no religion.
God has no religion.
The only religion that should be everywhere, that us as human beings should be aware of, is humanity. Humanity knows no race. Humanity knows no color, no religion. You can save anyone. You can spread love to each and every race without saying you are a Muslim or you are a Christian or you are whatever. Our main big problem, something that has caused division amongst us, is these man-made religions. If one day we'll stay away from these religions and focus on only one religion, which is humanity, we will be at peace.
Correct.
That's my point. Thank you.
I appreciate you. Let's hear from call a spade a spade.
Hello. Thank you for giving me the platform to speak. You know, when things get tough like this, when situation or when things are not going proper in the community, in the world, if you keep calm, you are either complicit in it or yes, that's what it actually means. Because if you keep calm when you're supposed to speak out, then you are complicit in whatever that is going on. You know? So speaking out when things are not going proper around the world, especially when there is a specific pattern that everybody keep observing. Speaking out on that pattern doesn't make you a racist, doesn't make you a hater, it doesn't make you a bad person or anything. It just makes you a human being who is alive and you're observing things that is happening around you. One of the reasons of being a human being is being reactive to your environment. And if you become so adamant to things that is happening in your environment and you just become passive, then don't cry when things you don't know come and take your life away from you, or take your life of your family member away from you, because you don't react when you're supposed to. You didn't speak out when you're supposed to speak out. My point is very simple. We have many religions in the world. There's over 4,000 different religious sects, different religions, right? But for some reason, there's always one religion that keeps producing terrorism, that keeps producing violence everywhere it goes. Okay, you might say, okay, the people who are practicing the religion in Afghanistan are practicing the extreme version. They are not getting it correctly. They're not understanding it. Okay, what happened in Syria? What happened in Jordan? What happened in Palestine? In fact, even in the West, I will tell you for a fact that in the Western countries today, people who follow this religion in the West are more radicalized than people who are actually in the place where this religion originated from. So which means everywhere this religion goes, they export this idea of jihad. And many people don't understand when we talk about Islam. They think Islam is just like Christianity or Buddhism or any other religion. No. Islam is a separatist movement. It's like a political movement. If you don't know this thing now, know it now as I'm speaking to you. Islam is not like Christianity. It is not like Hinduism. It is not like any other Judaism. It is a political movement. And what are they agitating for? They're agitating against the modern world. Everything you do as a person now, they hate it. Starting from our banking system, to the way we live our life, to the way we marry, to the way we arrange our societies. These things are things that Islam rejects. Because Islam is not just a religion, it's a civilization that has its own alternative way of doing things. They have their own banking system. They have their own marriage system. They have their own way, the way they arrange their own community. They have everything. Whatever you have, they have their own version. So what they're actually agitating for is, we don't want to live with your own modern world. We want to live according to our Sharia. And they often romanticize Islam, especially the medieval Islam. The medieval Islam that started from Arabia and swept through all over the known world at the time through conquest. It was not through evangelism, it was through blood and sand and steel, unaliving people, conquering their countries and nations, and taking their women as slaves, as mixed slaves, selling their men off as in slave market. It was brutal. That's the Islam they are romanticizing, because that is the Islam they benefit from. That is the Islam that gives them the power they need. Islam can only be peaceful when it dominates and rule over you. Don't ever think in your life that you can ever coexist with Islam. Go and check everywhere Islam has went to for the past centuries, right? They will come there as a minority and they will start advocating for human rights. Oh, we don't want violence, so we are looking for our own human rights to practice our religion. But just wait for them to become 50 to 60% of the population of that place. And they breed fast.
Yes.
They don't breed like us. You get? Well, they have 4 or 5 kids per woman. You get? The lowest bet in a family, in Muslim distinct families, is actually maybe 5 kids. People that give birth plenty will marry 4 or 5 wives, give birth to up to 40 kids. So you cannot compete with them. Just give them 50 years, they will become the dominant population. And once they become the dominant population, you see that your human right and this thing they are preaching, you go out of the window immediately. Because they don't even believe in that system they are using to promote their religion. This is the same pattern that they keep repeating in the Western nations today. If you go to many Western nations today, in fact, many people are starting to lose hope in Britain because the population of Muslims in Britain is growing. And they keep on crying about human rights, about Islamophobia, this, that. Let me tell you something. when the population reaches certain threshold in Britain, let's say somehow in the future the population of Muslims happens to clock around 30 million people in the UK, UK will lose their country. I swear to God. Because these people will tell you that, oh, we just want to practice our religion. We just want to, the Constitution gives us the human rights to practice our religion and all that. Do you know what they're telling you? We want to use your human rights. We want to use the convenient and the right your system provide to us to promote idea that is going to kill down your system. That is literally what they're telling you, right? They will tell you, democracy is not the problem, but they will not vote democratically. They will vote in bloc. They will vote according to religion. They will vote according to sectarianism, which is actually against democracy. But they will be using the system against the system to promote an ideology that is against the system. This is everywhere they go. There is no. That's why when I look at some people, they say there is a peaceful part. You have some peaceful Muslims. There are some peaceful, Muslims that doesn't want all this violence. It's only the radical ones that are actually unaliving people here and there. And when I look at that, I laugh. You know why I laugh? Because it's all nonsense. They all read the same book. They all believe in the same thing. There is no much difference between somebody who is unaliving people with suicide bombing or ISIS or Al-Qaeda or this thing. There's no much different ideologically from a typical Muslim. Because I will tell you why. What is an ISIS person fighting for? He's fighting for an Islamic state. He's fighting for Sharia. He's fighting for restoration of Islamic government. What do ordinary government want? People, especially, ordinary Muslims want, especially Muslims that live in the UK and the West. What do they want? They want the same thing. They don't want the Western system. They hate the Western system, right?
Yeah.
They hate it. They want Sharia. So what's that the difference between them and the all this T group that everybody is talking about? There is nothing. Ideologically, they are the same thing. The only difference is there is different form of jihad. These people, all these IS and Al-Qaeda, they are still doing old-fashioned jihad that was done at the time of Muhammad, war, conquering this, that. They are still doing those ones. But the most dangerous jihad now is the sophisticated one. The people that use pen and biro and are getting elected in different big offices across the West. They are the most effective jihad because they are the ones that are going to go to the law, utter the law to squeeze Islam inside. And they will tell you, it's just about freedom, human rights, this, that. But they are smuggling in an idea that is anti that same system.
Correct.
And the liberals in the West, the liberals, the left wing, who thinks they can somehow align themselves with Islam, and I'm laughing at them. They don't know what they're doing. The reason why they think they still have an alliance with Muslims is because Muslims have not gotten enough political power they want in the West. If they manage to, the leftists are going to be their first victim. Because these people believe in a book. This is not like a politics, okay, I switch from this party to this party. No, these people believe in a book. And the way you believe in your religion, this is the way they believe in their book. The way you believe in Jesus Christ, that's the way they believe in their book. And there is nothing that's going to change that. They're not going to switch that because you are kind to them. No. Because this is their religion. This is their belief. It comes first before anything. They will always put it above anything. You understand? Mm-hmm. So the problem, the threat of Islam is a threat that everybody, as long as you are alive, is a threat that you have to keep opposing everywhere you find it. Everywhere you find it. Because it's no longer hidden what their agenda is. If you look at what is going on in Nigeria, as I'm speaking to you now, I'm in Nigeria. If you look at what is going on in Nigeria, if you go to the north is a totally different place compared to the other part of Nigeria. Why? It's because of Islam. They have different ideology. They will tell you, we are one Nigeria, but they don't believe in anything that any foundation that Nigeria is laid on. Sokoto, Sultan of Sokoto, which is actually a Sokoto Caliphate. Imagine a caliphate inside a sovereign country. that is saying that it's a secular state, and you still have a caliphate that is ruling with a parallel law, a parallel justice system. You don't have a country. You don't have a country. Nigerian law only applies to us. You understand?
The Southerners.
To them. Yes, it only applies to us Southerners. It doesn't apply to them. They don't recognize. When they have criminal cases, they go to Sharia court. When they have things, some of the local issues, they handle it in Sharia court. Police, they have their own police in the north. Many people don't know that Muslims actually have their own Sharia police in the north. You understand? They put this idea that we are one Nigeria in the front. And they will say, oh, Nigeria is a country that everybody is free to worship this, that. But they don't mean any of these things they say. Their agenda, let me be honest with you, there is a hardcore agenda. That agenda is the legacy of Islam. Everywhere Islam goes to swallow other culture. If you are living in Nigeria and you think that this Islamization of Nigeria is a joke, you better wake up. Because see, if you cannot learn anything from anybody, go and look at history, my brother. Go and look at everywhere. You see all this Afghanistan, Iran, all these places Islam has conquered. Those places were once Buddhist country. In fact, Bangladesh, all these places were Hindu and Buddhist nations. Islam came there, conquered them, and slowly absorb their culture entirely. These people now, as I'm speaking to you, they don't know their history anymore. All they know is Islam. Just like Somalian people, they all lost their identity to Islam. Igbo people, I'm from Igbo land. We have been Christian for probably 400 to 500 years now, but our culture is still there. We still have our own traditional culture. We still have our own. When we want to do our, marriage, we do traditional marriage. We also do white wedding, which is a Christian one. Our culture is still intact. If Islam managed to enter Igbo land, those things will disappear. We will know, our culture will vanish. We will not even know who we are again. This is how Islam uproots people and give them a new identity. And they will totally demonize and forget. When I love how people, they say, Christianity is demonizing our ancestors. When you jam Islam will not only demonize their ancestors, it will erase them. You will not know who your ancestors are again. Your only identity will become Islam. That's how deeply this religion brainwashes people. And that's why when they want to commit to attack, they don't look back, because they don't have anything to give them a second thought and say, what if I do this? No, it's just Islam. So what you need to take away from this thing I'm saying now is, number one, don't look at Islam like other religion. Once you understand this thing, and you see where Muslims are claiming to be giving the same rights other religions are giving, you reject it, because it's not like other religion. I don't think Islam should be treated like other religion. Islam should be treated as a separatist movement, political movement, clothed in religion. That's how Islam should be treated. And everywhere they go, each and every one of them is the same thing. If you think that is a peaceful Muslim, why do you see, there's one day I was scrolling on Facebook and I saw an Islamic post. There was something, it was around that time, Deborah, that girl was on a line.
Deborah Summer.
Muslim mobs.
Yes. In Sokoto?
I saw that post. Yes, in Sokoto, yes. I saw that post. And I was going through the comments. I see how these people are sharing what happened. And I see one profile, just a small girl, an Hausa or Fulani girl that was wearing hijab. Her profile, she was wearing hijab. A small looking innocent girl. And she said Islam is going to conquer the world. I was shocked. I said, wait, who gave this small girl
this ideology, this mentality? Omut yourself. Omut yourself.
So I asked myself, how did this girl get this mindset? What in the world put this kind of thinking inside her? Isn't this girl supposed to be innocent? Isn't she supposed to be those innocent, harmless Muslims that we are all talking about? Why people think this way is because they have not understand the religion. The religion instills certain orientation inside you. Like it's inherent. It's not about terrorism or radicalism. No, it's just how the religion is. It is a religion of conquest, conquering, taking over, domination. That's one of the main fabric of that religion. And that's where everywhere they go, if they have not taken up political power, there will never be any rest. There will always be violence. See, let me tell you something. There is something I saw one day. It was a post. Somebody designed that, and he said Islam is like a football team. You have the defenders, you have the midfielders, then you have the strikers. The defenders are those peaceful Muslims that are telling you that the terrorists doesn't understand Islam, that they're misunderstanding the religion, that they are the one that understand Islam. What are they doing? They're trying to gaslight you into not waking up to the real problem of what Islam is, right? They will gaslight you because them themselves are also gaslight. Some of them are confused. They think there is another version of Islam that nobody understands. So them themselves are actually living in delusion. Then there are the midfielders. The midfielders are the ones that they go out and preach Islam and tell you that Islam is good. And when you ask them about what about the terrorists attack, they will still tell you, these people they don't too much understand the religion. And if you meet some honest ones, they'll tell you, well, yes, our religion says if someone leaves, that person should be unalive. If someone criticizes our religion, that person should be unalive. But we are not going to do it because we are not living in a Sharia country. If you meet the honest one, they will tell you this thing, right? Mm-hmm. Then the real strikers are the jihadis, those ones that go and unalive people directly. They are all working in common. It's the same thing. Mm-hmm. It is a part and parcel of the same thing. There have never been any place Islam has gone to and there is peace there until they conquer that place. You saw this violence that is happening. Yeah, you think it's just because of T group. It is the jihad process. It will continue until they conquer Nigeria. All this violence, you see, they unalive this way, this will happen, it will continue until they conquer Nigeria and take over it. But if you and I are awake enough, they cannot be able to do it. We will repel them in any way they want. We will repel them. So, see, if you don't know anything about Islam, it's better. See, now is time for you to go and start educating yourself about that religion. Don't listen to anything anybody have to tell you. These people have a different mindset. They don't think like you. You and them are not the same. I'm not trying to demonize anybody. Let's see. Okay, we all acknowledge that we are living in the modern world, right? But they hate modernity. Because modernity is, I guess, is Sharia law. They hate modernity. And you are asking, why are their country not developed?
Speak up, we are not hearing you. We are not hearing you. Well, we are not hearing him again. So, call a spade. You unmute your telephone. Let's hear from Shared Larry.
Hello, brother.
Yeah, speak up. People are listening to you. Speak up. Be loud.
Good afternoon.
We are listening to you.
Okay, I hear you talk a lot. You understand me. Oh, it's very nice if you talk your own. But
Tabo, mute your telephone. Tabo, mute your telephone. Please speak up. Put your telephone so that we can hear you properly. Put your telephone.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we are hearing you now.
Okay, now, okay. I hear you. What you are saying. What you are saying means to me that you mean Muslims are killers. They are killing people here and there. You understand me? And please, I want to ask a question. Will you allow me to ask?
I did not say Muslims are killing people every here and there. I said there are some people in Muslim religion. I didn't say all Muslims. Listen attentively. I did not say every Muslim is bad. So,
okay, I'm sorry.
You need to know what you are talking about. I did not say all Muslims are bad. Keep talking.
I'm sorry for that. But brother, do you know that we have the bad Muslims and we have the good Muslims too? You know that as we are talking now, you say you do not say all of the Muslims are bad. Right, we understand. But this what you are talking now, you understand me? You know, you have already know already that it's not all the Muslims are bad. You understand? It's not all the Christians too are bad. You understand me? But your point all is on Muslims. Allah is this. Allah is what? Allah is this. No, that doesn't sound well. You understand me? If you want to talk about those who are killing, fine. Those who are doing that, fine. Those who are killing, those who are responsible for this, it's good to talk. But Allah is what you are talking. Allah is what they talk about their Muhammad. About this, I hear all what you are saying. No, brother, look at it. It's not good. You understand me?
I'm sorry. I was on call. So the point I'm trying to drive home that
Call a spade. Wait a minute, you continue. I want to answer to Shared Larry. Shared Larry, listen. This is a public forum. We are here to make a better, we want to have a better world. What people are saying, people of the opinion is, listen, the opinion of people, why is it wherever Muslim people go, they go with problems, they make problems? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying all Muslims, but majority of them, when they go, wherever they go, they want to dominate, they want to impose, they want to take over. They don't want to live in peace with their neighbors. Let me tell you, I have to call a spade a spade. I have seen videos of people living in Europe, in Australia, in America. When asked, they said they want Sharia law instead of the national law, that is the country's constitution. They prefer Sharia law above the country's law. They say, what do you pledge allegiance to? What do you pledge allegiance to? They say they pledge allegiance. Islam comes first. Sharia law comes first. That is, you come to a country, let me explain it. You go to Germany. Now, you undermine German law and you want to uphold Sharia law, Islam law in another person's country. This is what they say. If say it's Sharia law first, they don't respect German law, Austrian law. What they want to uphold is Sharia law. I've seen all of them say it. How do you explain this? Please put your telephone so that people are listening to you. We are here to discuss and learn.
I hear you saying now you are saying the majority of the Muslims. Majority, you said it now. You say you majority of the Muslims are this and that. You are anything. Please, brother, will you please tell all the world? You understand? Because people are listening. You understand me? That where you saw a Muslim forcing Christian people to enter a Muslim.
This is not the question. You don't understand. You don't understand what I mean. You didn't answer the question.
You said it now that anywhere we enter, Muslims enter, they are trying to conquer. They are trying.
Okay, look at what is happening in United Kingdom. Are you seeing what is happening in United Kingdom? Are you seeing what is happening in Nigeria? Are you seeing wherever they go? Look, okay, can you be truthful? I'm not.
Wherever we go, tell me now, me and you, between me and you, who are those who are responsible in Ukraine war? Who are those who kill people? In 10 years back in New Zealand, a Christian guy entered a mosque. He killed a lot of.
how many years is that?
I'm coming.
Nah, call a spade, allow him to say his mind. Call a spade, allow him. Call a spade, we are here to learn.
Brother, Israel now enter in Palestine and kill a lot. Nobody talks. You understand me? Okay,
That
I'm
is
coming.
a war.
If you are talking about killing, brother, in history, go and read history. You understand me? Adolf Hitler claims as a Muslim, he killed 80 people. What about Africa? Those who come and kill us in Africa. But you are talking about these Muslim kill. It doesn't sound. No.
Oga, the reason why all these things you are bringing up is not irrelevant. Like it's not even an object of comparison is because we have a book. Islam is a religion. It has a book, and that book mandates certain things, and that book mandated jihad, and that jihad is actually a vehicle to make Islam prevail and dominate over every other ideology or religion. That's how Islam has been understood by its followers since 1,400 years. So you cannot use it to compare a Christian person did it, this one happened. That's Christchurch attack, how many years ago? Or you count how many Islamic terrorism that have happened from that time till now. You cannot use one incident as somebody that identifies as a Christian who is not actually a Christian, who is actually a neo-Nazi and not a Christian. Just because he's a white person, does that make him a Christian?
Call a spade. Let's hear from, please hold on a bit. Let's hear from Amzo, so that we can hear from other people. We want to hear other people's opinion. Please, if I bring you in, don't come here. Say your mind, whatever, even if your mind, if you're a Muslim, a Christian, a non-believer, say your mind. We are here to learn. Anything you have in mind, say it so that we can hear from you. Let's hear from Amzo, please.
Okay, greetings everyone.
We are listening to
Thank
you.
you for giving me the platform to contribute. So I was just scrolling on TikTok and I usually see your live, but today it sounded very interesting and I was listening all along. I just have a point for me. I was born in a Muslim family. I'm a Gambian by origin. And you all are aware that Gambia's population, I will take Gambia as a small country, but its population, majority of the population is Muslim.
Good.
But today, if you go into Gambian society, for example, you uncle as a Nigerian, you have a lot of your brothers and sisters in Gambia.
Mm-hmm.
And they live with Gambians. It doesn't matter whether you are a Muslim or a Christian. We all live in coexistence because this is what our religion basically teaches us. Call a spade has given so many points which I disagree. For me, I do not agree with Muslims that go around killing people. Like, for example, the incident that just happened a few days ago in Australia. I always condemn these kind of acts because they do not represent my religion. They do not represent how I see my religion to be. For example, in the Quran, we are taught, for example, in the Quran, in chapter 5, verse 32, those who are here, if they're Muslims or if they're non-Muslims but have read the Quran before, they will agree with me that in chapter 5, verse 32, it has said that whosoever saves a life, it is as if he has saved the whole of humanity. So if Quran teaches me this, I'm not supposed to take a gun and go on the street and kill people. But rather, I'm supposed to see something going on wrong or people being killed and I stop it. I'm supposed to do this, like the gentleman did in the video we saw a few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
That is what Islam teaches us. So, for me, I think people who go around being terrorists or whatever name they call them, they don't represent me. They don't represent my religion. Because my religion doesn't teach us that. For example, Call a Spade has said that, okay, wherever Muslims have gone, they have tried to conquer the society. They have tried to take over the other people's culture. He mentioned about Bangladesh. I've lived in India. Bangladesh didn't come into existence as a result of Islam. It didn't come into existence. Bangladesh's existence came as a result of politics. It was a political decision. Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, all these countries came into existence as a political decision. So what was he talking about? I think he needs to go back and do his assignment, do his homework about Muslims. I have lived 30 years of my life as a Muslim. I have friends who are like non-Muslims, they're Christians, I can say, almost in every part of the world. Because I've been traveling till this age. I am right now. So I have lived with people. I have lived with people who have different beliefs, who believed in different ideologies. Some of them non-Muslim, some of them Hindu, some of them Buddhist, whatever you call them. And I am a Muslim. I have lived with them in apartments together and live with them in coexistence. I have never have fights with them, or never we have discussed on the lines of religion and disagreed on certain things. Yes, this will happen because we are, at the end of the day, for me, my belief is before religion, we are all human.
Correct. That's how I want to. This is what I want to put across to human beings. Before religion, we are humans. This is
Before
you got the
religion, we
point.
are humans. But after being humans, we all have things we believe in. For example, I will not come to you and discredit what you believe in, discredit your religion. I will not discredit you as a Christian to tell you, oh, your religion says this, your religion says that. Even though if that's what your religion says, I will take that as it is what you believe, what you believe in. What you believe in is what I mean. I should have respect in the first place. You are, at the end of the day, you are my brother. At the end of the day, you are my sister. Yes, that's why Gambia is the poorest country in Africa. I don't think so.
Just don't mind the comments. Don't mind the comments. Just say your mind. This is how it's.
Yes.
Don't mind the comment, please.
Okay. No problem. No problem. So my point is that all these people causing terror, okay, in Syria, you name it, in Palestine right now, or in Yemen, for example, in Afghanistan, these people do not represent me as a Muslim. I'm a Muslim. I am part of the Muslim population globally, but they do not represent me. I pray 5 times a day. I'm acquiring a Western education, and Islam teaches us what? It says, every Muslim man or woman should be educated. So why do people think that Muslims, if Islam was like a radicalist religion, why do we take up Western education? We take up this education because we live in the society. We need to be educated to be able to live the modern world, to be able to live, to be able to get jobs, to be able to contribute to society, to be able to participate in politics. But this doesn't mean that we have our intentions of overthrowing Western government. For example, the wars that happened in Syria, the wars that happened in, I will say it plainly here because this is a global discussion. This is a free, open speech. We are talking democratically. All these wars that happened in the Arab world or whatever, Syria, whatever. Who sponsors these terrors? Who sponsors these terrors? Tell me, guys, please. I want to hear who sponsors these terrors, who give arms to these people. Tell me, where does the money come from? Where is the dollar coming from? Is it Saudi government? No, it's not. Guys, let's be honest.
So let's hear from. I appreciate you. Let's hear from the next. What's Kadi? Kadi.
Yes, hi, Uncle Rudy.
Yes, now you can speak. Your voice is loud and clear.
I want to touch on.
Your voice is loud and clear. We are listening to you.
I'm sorry?
Your voice is loud and clear. Let's hear from you, please. People are listening to you.
Touch on a few points that Spade made. So basically, he said it adds to the religion of Islam. So I just want to remind him.
Please, you need to. Your connection is breaking. Excuse me, Kadi. Your connection is breaking. Is
religion? I'm not sure.
This thing is breaking. We are not. It's breaking. It's breaking.
Can you hear me now?
No, put your telephone in your ears and in your mouth so that it's breaking.
No. What about now? Can you hear me now?
Now, yes, now.
Okay, so if you look at Luke 19:27, Jesus says, "Bring my enemies here; those who don't want me to reign over them, bring them before me and kill them before me." I mean, that's called a spade of spade. That's the God that he worships. And another thing is, during the crusade, when many European Christians were in Africa, they basically spread the religion by the sword. And till now, many Africans call a spade worships a white man. Whereas us Muslims, we see Jesus as being a prophet of God, a messenger of God. You will never see a Muslim disrespect Jesus. And we also believe in his immaculate conception. We are the only religion till this day that worships the way that Jesus used to worship. Jesus used to worship like a Muslim. And Jesus said, he said, not my will, but God's will.
We are listening to
To
you.
be a Muslim, for you to be a Muslim, it means a Muslim. The word Muslim means not a person's will, but the will of God. So if call a spade wants to talk about violence, there's no violent religion than Christianity. It was spread by the sword, massacred millions around the world, and with his own scripture, I challenge him. Luke 19:27, it says Jesus himself said that bring my enemies before them and kill them before me. And I'll leave you with that. Thank you.
So, well, you've said your mind. I've got to say my mind too now. You see, humans can live peacefully without religion. And I know a lot of Africans are watching me here now. See, Christianity, let me say it, Christianity and Islam did not originate in Africa. These two religions were brought to us. If you go through history, you will read where they said Christianity arrived in Africa in the 1st century, and Islam arrived in Africa in the 7th century or thereabouts, somewhere. So these religions arrived in Africa, did not originate in Africa. And then, before the arrival of these religions, Africans had African traditional religions, worship. Now, how do you know conquered people? It is when foreigners come to your continent and dominate you, impose their languages, their religions, and their way of life on you. This is what happened in Africa. Africa was conquered and religions imposed on us. If you look at Islam and Christianity, when you look at Christians, what names do they bear? They bear English or Jewish names. Muslims, what names do they bear? Arabic names. How do Muslims in Africa dress? They dress like Arabs. Now, Islam is an Arab ideology, not African ideology. And Africans are following it. The same thing the colonialists did in Africa. The British, they came to Africa, colonized a lot of countries in Africa, imposed. How did I know how to speak English? English is not my native language. English is a white man's language. They came and forced us to speak English. The same thing the French did. And Africans don't think. Now, what is white wedding? Before these colonizers came to Africa, let me talk about Nigeria, for instance. We had a way, we do what we practice, we are still practicing is traditional marriage. Traditional marriage is what we practice. But the white man came with white wedding, where a woman will dress wear white, and the man will wear coat. English, Western style of wedding ceremony. The same thing. This is why Africa remains stagnated. This is why we are blinded, fighting over religion. It took me years to realize this. How come you will stay in Africa, you will be calling on God that is in Mecca, calling on God that is in Israel? You say this is. Now what do you think? Why are Arabs are pushing Islam? Because this is their religion. They want to use their religion, is their own thing, to conquer the world, to dominate. It is Arab religion, not African religion. The same thing with Christianity. Where did Christianity originate? Where did it start? It started in Judea. It started in Judea. You see, the Hebrew, the Muslim, what Jews are proud. This is they are Jewish people. The Arabs are proud. This is their religion. Which language do you speak in Islam? What? Go to Africa. When you go to Africa now, you see Africans bear Arabic names. Abdudali. They don't even bear their native names. This is that is you are conquered. You don't dress your tradition. You don't dress in your traditional attire anymore. You dress according to the dictates of your religion. How your religion requires you to dress, that is not how your ancestors dressed. You don't think as an African. When if I tell you, the religions began at a particular point in time. Nobody created, human beings created religions to control people. That's it. And today, you are fighting and killing each other because of religion. If I don't agree to your opinion, you see me as an enemy. See, the Arabs will do everything humanly possible to continue spreading Islam, because this is what they want to use to colonize the world. But the black man does not understand it. You don't understand it. And the Jews are proud that they are Hebrews. This is their religion, the Bible, this thing. Everybody is protecting their own interests. And as an African man, you carry these religions on your head. Today, go to most Muslim countries. What names do they bear? Arabic names. Go to Christian countries. What names do they bear? Christian names, English names, David, this. What do you call that? And you come here now to argue, to debate about religion that your ancestors did not. How did these religions? Let's go back in history. Let's go back in history. How did these religions began? How did they begin? Now, according to history, these religions started with Abraham. The three religions: Abrahamic religion, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. I've said it many times. That's the Abrahamic religions that you are fighting over. It began with Abraham. So now let me ask you, according to your Bible, this Abraham that we are talking about now, before Abraham, that means what religion did the people practice? Did human beings practice? So it started with Abraham. Well, how about before Abraham was born? Human beings were idolatry. They were idolaters. They worshipped idols. They had their traditional religions. So this religion started with somebody. It started with Abraham. Go check it. It started with Abraham, one person, and the world is killing themselves. You are fighting over this. Your own is the better. Muslims will say their religion is better. The most painful part of it is Africans are involved. Fighting over that what is not yours. You get so upset when we talk about Christianity, when we talk about Islam, as if it is your own papa's property or your own personal property. Something that you were born to meet. You were born in it. Okay, let me tell you. How about if you were born by Hindu parents? If you were born by now let me tell you, it was missionaries that came to Africa and introduced Christianity. It was missionary. Before missionaries came to Africa, according to history, what did our ancestors practice as religion? Think about it. Think about it. They wrote a book. They gave you a book. They call it the Holy Book of Bible, the Holy Book of Quran. So do whatever. You cannot think outside the box. Outside the box. Do whatever that is written in that book. In that book, God lives in the Bible. Allah lives in the Quran, inside the book. You cannot think outside. All your life, all what you have to do, you cannot do something. Use your brain to think like a human being. All what this is, you've been brainwashed and conditioned to behave in a certain way. A book has brainwashed you to behave in a certain way. You cannot think as a rational human being, like a normal human being. You need to be moving like a zombie. What the Bible says, what this says. Today, what rules the world? Science and technology. Does the Bible or the Quran teach science and technology? You're watching me in that life. This, even more, the people that invented all these mobile phones, did they got it from the knowledge? Did they get it from the Bible or the Quran? Black man, this is why you go to China. Look at Africa. Go to China. See the West. They are moving on. Africans are busy fighting over religion, protecting religion. Look at Africa. You are calling on imaginary something, a brainwash. You are brainwashed. This is how they indoctrinate. You see that small boy, 24 years old. He has been indoctrinated, radicalized to think like he needs to kill a human being. In his mind, what he has in mind is to kill a human being in the name of religion. And I'm telling you, quit Allah or quit God. You don't understand this. Africans, wake up. Africans, wake up. Let me tell you, if these two religions originated in Africa, the West will play it down. They will suppress it. If it were a black man's thing, I keep saying it, they will suppress it. Anything from a black person, they make sure they suppress. And the black man will follow blindly. Let me tell you, you cannot come and impose your way of life or anything. Now, if you come, live your life. If you want to be fooled, if you want to be misled, that is left for you. But as I say, as I'm here, I will keep speaking up. Now listen, everybody is not afraid. Not everybody is afraid. If you're going the wrong way, we point it out. The religion is talking about, is it your papa's property? Did your father find the religion? Did your father find the religion? Everywhere you see Africans, either you are hating or killing in the name of an Arabic religion. Arabs are proud. Jews are proud that they dominated the world with religion, and they keep dominating. This brainwashing. I don't believe in any, and I don't believe in whatsoever that is written in the Bible or in the Quran. Those things are fiction, that they are myths. I don't believe in those things. Now, I'm the person telling you. What I hate is you unaliving a human being. What are you fighting for? What are you fighting for? Has anybody died and returned back to life to tell you how the other world is? Has anybody gone to heaven or hell and come back to tell you, use your brain? Tell me anybody in your family that died and wake up again to tell you there is heaven or hell. You cannot think. You were brainwashed as a black man. You cannot think. When I ask you now, where is the location of hell? Show me the location of hell. They promise you heaven. Show me the location of heaven. You'll be pointing the Bible or what was written in the Bible. The Bible says, or the Quran says. Okay, show me God. Show me God now. You cannot. Show me Allah. You cannot. And you are fighting and killing each other because of something you cannot prove. You cannot prove. Brainwashed human beings. Brainwashed human beings.
Well said. Well said. So I do like to emphasize this thing because I can tell that Kadi is actually thinking that I'm a Christian. Well, I'm not Christian, bro. I was born in a Christian home, you get, and I went through my deconstruction journey, like my awakening. Because I wake up one morning like this and I ask myself one simple question. I say to myself, wait, is there really a God? Like, this is not about Christianity or Islam or any religion. It's just questioning the idea of God that was presented to us in the Bible. I said to myself, if I look at Russia, I can see the power Russia is projecting to the world. I look at America, I can see the power America is projecting to the world. I look at China, I can see the power China is projecting to the world. These are world government that are, according to the Bible, under the foot of God. Then where is his own God sovereignty? Where is his own power? Why is it that all these people are doing whatever they like, but somehow God power is the only power that is just disappearing from the whole scene? It wasn't convincing to me anymore. At that point, I started to doubt the whole idea that there is an active God that is responsible for what is going on in the world. That's how I actually came out of Christianity. So I'm not a Christian, and I'm not looking to be or join any religion, especially Abrahamic religion, that sell this idea of a personal God that is living in heaven somewhere. I'm not looking to, because those things are non-existent. They are not real. If God is real, this world will not be like this. You see this world, it will not be like this. Go and look at, in fact, go and watch any of this, what do they call it? Science documentary about the universe. You see how vast the universe is. Even our galaxy itself, if you see how big it is, and the type of other planets that are existing in this galaxy, like there are other millions and billions. In fact, as I'm speaking to you now, every second, new stars are being created. What are God doing with all those stars? Like in the universe, as I'm speaking to you now, stars are dying, new stars are forming. With every second, millions and millions of stars are dying, others are forming. What is God busy doing those things for? Like God will just wake up one morning and he's busy destroying stars and creating new ones because he doesn't. Is he playing a video game or is he bored? You understand? So this idea of the existence of a God and the Christian and the Islamic God and all this Abrahamic God, my brother, I don't wash my hand, come out. I don't wake up since 2022. I don't come out myself for religion. So I'm among all those Africans that have realized that this religion was brought to us. It was not organic. This is not something that came out of our ancestors. And just like you said, if this religion is something that developed from Africa, Oyibo man no go give am pass. No go pass. Because how the hell an African man like you, a black person, can come up with an ideology that they will all bow down to?
They can never do it.
For them, it's an abomination. Now, for them, it's an abomination. You understand? It's an abomination. But the thing is, I also have to be realistic because, see, people are afraid. And religion, one of the driving factors that is keeping religion alive is a fear. Fear of death. If I die, where am I going to go? If I die, with my life, am I going to burn in hell? Am I going to make heaven? What is it like when I die? That's one of the major fears that is keeping people in religion. Let me answer that question to you in a simple, plain fact. You see that as it be, when we are not born, that if you picture where you have not been born, how it is for you, that's how it's going to be when you die. You stop existing. Simple. There is no if or but or this or blah blah blah. You stop existing. The reason why many people will tell you, I see in my dream, or I have a near-death experience and I went to heaven and this. I'm not undermining those experiences, so you get, but those things are projection from your brain. This brain.
So, call expert, I want to round up. I want to end the program. Just conclude down. Let me just end this in place.
Okay. of course. Thank you for actually giving me the platform to speak. Honestly, I appreciate it. So the thing is, this brain way they look at now is actually a very, very advanced type of like computer. Like there's nothing near, there's no human computer that can near this brain. This brain is projecting reality. You understand? Some of the reality where you see in front of you now, they are not reality. The brain is the one that is making those things. In fact, if you are going to see things the way they are, what you are going to be seeing is atoms. Atoms. But the brain have a way of making you feel something, make you think that something is solid. It has a way of projecting reality in front of you. You get? So, all those near-death experience and all this is our brain projection. Because that anybody who don't die, no, they project anything because his brain is dead. Anybody who don't die, now near-death experience means say your brain is still alive, and that's why your brain is projecting those things. And you don't ever see a Christian or a Muslim where gets near-death experience and he can't see Jesus Christ or see Shiva or this thing. You only see what you believe. Christians always see Jesus Christ because they believe in Jesus Christ. So it works according to your mind. It works according to what you believe. And I'm not trying to take away anybody religion. No, you can believe in what you believe, but when it now gets to violence, when it now gets to killing and because in the name of religion, that's where it gets really, really bad. I'm not actually after people believe.
So my brother, so let me bring this into an end. Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for being part of this program. So guys, we've said our mind. I've given everybody a chance to speak. You see, if you're not living in the West, if you don't live abroad, you will not understand. If a black man were to be the savior, nobody will agree to it. The world will reject it. Black person, the rest of the world will reject it. Think about that. I'm the person telling you. Well, I want to bring this program to an end. I just came out to speak my mind. If you just joined us, you can go to my YouTube channel and rewatch the program from the beginning to the end. For those of you who are saying, you are talking about this, you are talking about this, listen attentively. There are good people and there are bad people everywhere. I said it in the beginning. But what I reject is you forcing your ideology, your culture, your way of life, your religion on other people. You don't do it. Not in this age and time. Thank you, guys. See you. But whatever the case may be at peace with your neighbors. You have no reason to hate a human being because of the person's religious beliefs. You have no reason to unalive a human being because of religion. I rest my case. I will continue to say it.